Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, before this we have done meaning of Hajj, then on whom Hajj is obligatory, and then we discuss complete method of Hajj. And today we will discuss two topics, kinds of Hajj, and the next will be difference between Hajj and Umrah. So first, kinds of Hajj. Basically, there are three kinds of Hajj. First is called Ifrat, and second is called Qiran, and third is called Tamattu. All these words are purely Arabic words, but I will explain all these words because these are Islamic terminology, Islamic terms, so we are to repeat the same. So first is Hajj Ifrat. Hajj Ifrat means if a person is performing this kind of Hajj, so this person will be considered as Mufrid. Mufrid means that person who is performing this kind of Hajj, who is performing Hajj Ifrad. This is called Mufrid. What is the method of Hajj Ifrad? He puts on ihram at Miqat at the prescribed for him for Hajj alone, and he shall continue wearing it until the completion of all the rites of Hajj. And it is desirable to offer a sacrifice, but it is not obligatory. Understand this thing? Ifrad, this word is also used fard. Fard mean one thing, one person. So it means if a person is making intention only to perform Hajj, not Umrah in that journey. So this person is called Mufrid. If he is going to Baitullah and he is making intention to perform only one activity, that is called Hajj. Because rest of the people, so they are making intention for both. They will perform in this journey, Umrah, Hajj, both they will perform. But the local people who are living very closer to Holy Kaaba, who are very closer to Masjid al-Haram, it means, for example, those people who are living inside Makkah or near in the surroundings of Makkah, so they can perform Umrah at any time because there is low distance is very short, so that's why they can perform Umrah at any times. But now they are coming only for Hajj. So the local people, the nearest people, so they can do it. So these people are called Mufrid. It means to perform intention of only Hajj and to perform only Hajj in these days. And it is desirable to offer a sacrifice, but it is not obligatory. Sacrifice of animal will be desirable. Desirable will be better thing for them, but they are not bound to perform sacrifice of any animal because they are the local people. So on 10th of Zulhaj, they will have to sacrifice, slaughter animal in the way of Allah as the residents, all the Muslim, if they are having the affordability, so they are bound to perform sacrifice of animal. For example, in Pakistan, if we are living and we are wealthy people, so we are bound to slaughter animal on 10th of Zulhaj. And this is the obligation over the residents. The residents mean who are not the travelers. So those people who are living in Makkah or inside Makkah or you can say nearest Makkah and they're performing only Hajj in this journey. So because they are not the travelers, so they are bound to slaughter animal due to this intention because they are the local people and they are the residents, they're not the traveler. So sacrifice of animal is compulsory for them, but they are not bound to perform sacrifice due to this reason because they are performing Hajj. It means they will perform sacrifice, but the reason will be different. But the other two kinds, Tiran and Tamattu, so they will perform sacrifice of animal due to Hajj because they will come from outside of Makkah, they will have distance, so that's why they will not be bound to slaughter animal because they will be travelers and travelers are not bound to perform sacrifice, but they will perform sacrifice of animal due to another intention, due to another thing, that is the Hajj. I explain more. So after the explanation of first kind, the second is Tiran, Hajj Tiran. The person who is performing this kind of Hajj, this is called Qarin. And what is happening in this kind of Hajj? He puts on Enam at the Miqat. For him, both Umrah and Hajj. It means, for example, I'm giving example of Tiran and Tamattu. Then you understand easily. I'm from Pakistan and I'm going to perform Hajj. So before Miqat, I will make intention to, to perform both things, Hajj and Umrah. First, I will perform Umrah, then I will perform Hajj. I'm making intention for both from the Miqat. This is mentioned. He puts on ihram at the miqat prescribed for him for both Umrah and Hajj. And then on reaching Makkah, so when I'm reaching Makkah, so I'm performing Umrah, and then after performing Umrah, because in Umrah the last thing is to shave head in Umrah as well. But I will not do it, and I will continue my ihram. I will not remove my ihram, and then I will start Hajj with the same ihram without shaving of head after performing Umrah. So I will continue ihram and I will perform Hajj as well. So this is called Qarin. This is called Tiran, Hajj Tiran. Tiran, basically meaning of Tiran, to join two things. Because in this journey, I am joining two things with one ihram. I put on ihram for Miqat and I made intention for both Umrah and Hajj. So I went to Makkah, Holy Kaaba, I performed Umrah and I didn't shave head, and then I performed Hajj with the same ihram. So this person is called Qarin. And for this person, sacrifice of animal is obligatory. Why? Due to gratitude. Gratitude means for showing the thankfulness to Allah that Allah has given him this opportunity to perform two basic activities which are called Umrah and Hajj, and they were able to perform these two activities in the same journey. Journey was same, and they were allowed and they were bestowed by Allah to perform both things, Umrah and Hajj. So for showing thankfulness to Allah, that oh Allah, we are very grateful to you that you has given us this opportunity. So that's why for showing the gratitude, we are sacrificing animal and we are helping the poor and needy people with that meat of sacrifice animal. So sacrifice is obligatory. It means they are bound to sacrifice animal not due to this because they are the travelers. And actually travelers are not bound to perform sacrifice, but they will perform sacrifice due to another intention for getting opportunity to perform both things in one journey. So Hajj sacrifice of animal is obligatory in this method of Hajj. Third is tamattu. Now, understand tamattu means to get benefit. Basic meaning of tamattu, get benefit. As qarin, qiran mean to join two things, and tamattu mean to get benefit. Means, for example, I'm going from Pakistan to perform Umrah and Hajj. And when I reach at Mika, so I put on ihram and I make intention only for Umrah at that time. I went to Holy Kaaba, I perform Umrah, and after performing Umrah, I completed it. I complete this thing. It means I shave my head as well. And then after some time, when the days of Hajj will start, again I am putting on ihram and then I am performing Hajj. So this is called tamattu. The difference is this between Qiran and tamattu. In Qiran, after performing Umrah, this person was not shaving the head and he was not removing his ihram. All the conditions which are applied during ihram, so these conditions will be continued for that person, and then he will perform Hajj with that same ihram. But in tamattu, after performing Umrah, this person is removing ihram, he is shaving his head, and then all the conditions which were applied during ihram, so these are over. These are ended, as during ihram, no one is allowed to use perfume, no one is allowed to cover his head. If we male, they're not allowed to cover their head, and some other they are not allowed to trim their hair, they are not allowed to trim their nail as well. So all these things were banned during ihram. So when this person performed umrah and he shaved head and then he removed ihram, so it means all the conditions were over, were ended, and he was able to use perfume and some other things. So again, in the days of Hajj, he is putting on ihram and with the intention of Hajj, and then he is performing Hajj. So this person is called tamattu because he is getting benefit between Umrah and Hajj. Because after performing Umrah, he will remove ihram, as now he will able to use perfume and all the things. Now understand. In tamattu, the pilgrim is called mutamatti, who is performing this kind of Hajj. He puts on ihram for Umrah. After Umrah, he shaves his head or cuts his hair as ladies and gets out of ihram. Now all the conditions of ihram are over. Now he is free for all the prohibitions of ihram. If we know there is no restriction, there is no any boundness for that person because he has removed ihram. On 8th of Zulhijjah, again he puts on ihram for Hajj and he performs Hajj with the new ihram. So this is called mutamatte, and for mutamatte the sacrifice is also obligatory because same reason, because he is getting more benefits. It means as he is given the opportunity to perform two things, Umrah and Hajj, in the same journey. So for showing the gratitude towards Allah, so he is bound to perform sacrifice of animals. So one is asking, what is the meaning of miqat? Please understand, miqat is that place. Beyond this place, no one is allowed to go without ihram. It means before this place, before this station, all the pilgrims they are bound to put on ihram and to perform to make intention of Hajj and Umrah. That place is called Miqat. I will explain this point later on. So these were the kinds of Hajj. Now the next is differences between Hajj and Umrah. Explain. I'm explaining this thing, please. What is Umrah? The method of Hajj is done by us in detail. How the pilgrim is going to Mina, then Arafat, then Muzdalifah, then again Mina, then again in on 10th of Zulhijjah he is performing some activities. Then on 11, 12 he is bound to perform Rami of 3 pillars. So this is a complete method of Hajj. But Umrah is very short. Umrah is considered as minor Hajj as well, minor Hajj, because Umrah is only few activities. Understand what is Umrah? Umrah means before Miqat to make intention for Umrah. In the same way, male are bound to use unstitched cloth, white color sheets, and make intention for Umrah. Then go to Holy Kaaba, perform tawaf around Holy Kaaba. After this, to perform 2 rakat at the station of Ibrahim, and then go to between Safa and Marwa and perform Sa'i between Safa and Marwa. And after this, shaving of head for male and cutting of hair for female. It means this is the only Umrah. Umrah means to put on ihram and make intention for Umrah, perform tawaf, perform Sa'i, and then shave or cut off the hair. It means Umrah can be performed Even in 1 hour, in 2 hours, we can perform Umrah. So now we are discussing the difference between the Hajj and Umrah. The word Umrah is usually translated as minor pilgrimage. Already I have told. It's commonly called Hajj Asghar. Hajj Asghar means same meaning Arabic word minor Hajj. Many acts of Umrah are similar to Hajj, which is similar like Tawaf is similar, like shaving of head is similar, like Sa'i between Safa and Marwa is similar. All these things are similar, but there are some basic differences as well. Obligation. First is Hajj is obligatory for a Muslim who can afford the journey, but Umrah is Sunnah. Umrah is not the obligatory. Umrah is Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. It means if a person is missing Hajj and he was bound to perform it, he will get a great sin. But if he will miss Umrah and he was able to perform Umrah and he misses, so it means he will not get a great sin. Because Umrah is Sunnah, is not the first. Specific time. Hajj can be performed only during the prescribed months and dates. I have told in the first period, days of Hajj are 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 also Hajj. These are the called days of Hajj. So Hajj will be performed only in these days, while Umrah can be performed at any time of the year. In the month of Zulqada, in the month of Shawwal, in the month of Ramadan, in any month, Umrah can be performed. There is no specific time for Umrah. Visit to Mina. In Hajj, the pilgrims they are bound to go to Mina on 8th of Zulhajj and stay there. But in Umrah, there is no need to go to Mina. Stay in Arafat. Wuquf Arafat is very essential, very important component of Hajj. Without it, Hajj will be void. But there is no Wuquf Arafat in Umrah. It means during Umrah, no one is allowed, even no one is bound to go to Arafat and to stay there. This activity is not performed in Umrah. Visit to Muzdalifah. Pilgrims are bound to visit to Muzdalifah, but there is no visit to Muzdalifah by the people who are performing Umrah. Stop of Talbiyah. In Umrah, Talbiyah is stopped while starting the Tawaf. It means from Miqat, Talbiyah will be started, and when they will start Tawaf of Holy Kaaba, so this Talbiyah means Labbaik, Allahumma Labbaik, these words will be recited before this, but after this, it means while starting the Tawaf, Talbiyah will be stopped. But in Hajj, this is done in Umrah. But in Hajj, Talbiyah is stopped on 10th of Zulhajj after the stoning of the devil. It means after performing Rami, then this Talbiyah will be stopped. Next is Rami. Rami of Jamarat is the essential part of Hajj, but it is not the part of Umrah. In Umrah, there is no Rami. Sacrifice of animal. In Hajj, it means for the last two kinds of Hajj, it means who are performing Hajj Tiran or Hajj Tamattu, they are bound to sacrifice animal, but in Umrah there is no sacrifice of animal. So these were the differences. So I have to, so we have discussed. So now you are allowed to ask questions because this is done by us.